Good morning, everyone. Today is the 20th day of Shvat, and we're going to begin chapter 26 in Tanya and continue over the next couple days. And the Alter Rebbe counsels us with techniques in overcoming depression and maintaining constant joy in our divine service. We all want that, right? Regardless of the circumstances, we have to be joyful. In today's lesson, joy is paramount in serving Hashem, especially so when one is involved in an inner wrestling match, good versus evil, where one's spirit determines victory more so than strength. Perek chapter 26. Yuda, welcome back. Chapter 26. In the coming chapters, the Alter Rebbe is going to discuss the means of overcoming possible obstacles in the path of one's service to Hashem. In the first instance, he shows how to overcome sadness and dullness of heart, whereby the heart becomes insensitive to feelings of love and fear of Hashem. But this must be made known. This principle is a very important thing. So when it comes to the service of Hashem, we already established that there's a godly soul and there's an animal soul, and they're each vying for a top position. And there's a battlefield, and that battlefield is the daily grind, in which we're fighting for supremacy. That who's going to have the upper hand in dictating how the person's going to feel, act, speak, and conduct himself. So what happens is, so ultimately it boils down to okay, please don't shake the table. You have your feet on the table? Take them off because you're shaking the table. So if one of them is lazy and sluggish, he'll easily be defeated and he'll fall, even if he's stronger than the other one, since his laziness and sluggishness prevent him from revealing his strength. So you have two fighters. You're shaking the table a lot. You have two fighters. One's big and powerful and strong, and the other one is slim and fit. But seemingly, if you match the two up, if they're standing in a face-off, one is obviously much bigger and stronger than the other one. However, if the bigger and stronger, more powerful one is lazy and sluggish, he's going to lose. Similarly with the conquest of one's evil nature. Despite the fact that the good nature is stronger than the evil, as explained in previous chapters, even a little light dispels much darkness. And here too, the previous rule applies, and thus, it's impossible to conquer the evil nature with laziness and sluggishness. Where does this laziness and sluggishness come from? It comes from the sadness and a stone-like dullness of the heart. Here, a person is full of energy, full of joy, and try to wake him up in the morning, and he says, "I don't want to get up. Leave me alone." And you go, "What do you mean? We got to go to Minyan." So the person who jumps out of bed, he might not be such an Ovid Hashem, like he doesn't know how to daven that well. He might not know how to learn so well. But he has the energy and the chayus and the enthusiasm. He's going to fare well. Don't do it so much, it's going to pop. And then you have the other guy who really knows how to daven and he knows how to learn. He's a sharp person. He's a smart person. He understands exactly how to put on his tefillin and how to daven properly. But he's lazy. And then the teacher comes by and says, "How come you didn't get up?" "I'm tired." You following? Making noise. In Bizrizos, the opposite is if a person jumps out of bed or jumps and runs to do a mitzvah, Zrizim Akdim il mitzvah, with joy, Amshachas v'simcha, upsichas alev, and he has an open heart, and he's excited about the opportunity to serve Hashem. So Rasei Mikol Nidnud, the dog of Etzev Ba'olam. And if he's excited and he's happy, meaning responsive, then he's not going to have any worry or trace of sadness. Everything's going to be out the window. It's just going to be joyous celebration to serve Hashem. No, if you say, what's more important, to be happy or to be healthy? So most people tell you to be healthy. But if you're miserable, then if you're miserable, stop. I'm trying to do a class, and then afterwards you can do it, okay? If you're miserable and you have your health, you're going to walk around and you're going to say, no, how do you feel? I feel good, but if you're always happy and you have something that's ailing you, you're like, no, it'll be okay. I have a cold, I have this, I broke my finger, whatever's, obviously there's different levels of illness. I'm not comparing and I'm not judging anyone who is really suffering from a terrible, terrible illness. Everybody deals with it in their own way. And the Chas v'Shalom, we shouldn't be tested by these things. But the point is that if you're happy and you're joyous, you could push away all sadness in the world. The pasuk says, in every sadness, there will be profit. What does that mean? There'll be some advantage that comes from it. In the Adrabah, Miloshin Zeh Mashma, from this language we understand, to actually give Yavis from the sadness itself, there's no benefit, except that something good might come out of it. Something positive can come out of this sad, negative situation. This prophet is the true joy in Hashem, which follows the true, meaning justified sadness over one's sins. So he did an Aveira, he fell down, he didn't get up on time, he didn't learn when he was supposed to, he didn't do this particular mitzvah, he missed an opportunity, and he feels pretty bad about it. So from this sadness, he says, you know what, I'm never going to miss that again. I'm always going to make sure to try to do the right thing as best as I can. And you know what, I'm very happy that I sort of had a Yuridil Tzerech Aliyah. I fell a little bit, but now I'm going to get back up and move on and be stronger and better than ever. So the profit of the sadness is the joy that follows it. You like that, Yudah? Why should this sadness lead to worship? To the worshiper, what? I'm saying my own words. Why should the sadness lead to joy? Because through the sadness, the spirit of impurity in Sichachar is broken, and also this mechitza shel barzel, this iron wall that separates him from his Father in heaven, comes down. Now he's once again united with Hashem. The pasuk says in Zohar, a broken spirit, a broken heart, you will not despise. What does that mean? Azai yikuyam boy reishe dikra tashmieni sasim v'simcha hashiv ali sasim yishacha v'ruach nidivak v'gaymer. The pasuk in Tehillim says as follows: make me your joy and gladness, and restore to me the joy of your salvation, and support me with your generous spirit. This joy is the profit of the sadness, whereas sadness itself is neither profitable nor advantageous. There's no inyan of being sad. But if a person feels upset, miserable, regretful because of a particular Aveira, or because of a situation that he went through, but he could bounce back even stronger, then there's some advantage. Not that the sadness was good, but that he has a greater quality of joy after the fact. All right, let's jump to the end. The toolbox for success in divine service is the most important tool is positive energy and an upbeat mood. Don't get caught up in despondency. Enter a joyous inner space. By the way, there's 2 rules if you want to join Chabad of West Orange. I always tell people it's not a joke. It's really truth. Every joke has some truth, but this is really true, and I mean it. Reuven, you're gonna like this. Somebody wants to join. I say you need 2 things if you want to join our show. You need a good sense of. You have to have a good sense of humor, because we're going to be joking, playful, and you have to have a positive attitude. Don't come here with negative attitude, and then don't come here and go, I don't like your jokes. Not my jokes. You know what I mean? You got to be able to laugh, and you have to be an uplifting, positive person. Because if you're the opposite, there's other places you can. I'm not trying to kick anyone out, but anyway, that's the thing. And then, usually when I say that, it breaks the ice. Oh, I have a great sense of humor. You got to hear this joke. It's amazing. I'm like, oh, no. What do I do now? So anyway, but having a positive attitude is very important for yourself, for your neshama, for your service of Hashem, also uplifting everyone around you. Everyone goes through some sort of inner pain and struggle and everything else. And hopefully, as Tanya explained today, it could be a springboard for great joy and success in our service of Hashem. And what that means, every single thing that we do, because everything that we do is service of Hashem, especially playing with our kinderlach, right? We're going to play with the volley and the yo-yo and the balloon and the toys. That's all part of God's plan. Everyone have a wonderful, happy, successful day.